Hey there, thanks for joining me. I'm Marina Ormes with your Astro Vibe for Saturday, September 17th. And today we are answering the question, what does a third quarter moon mean? And of course, we have a third quarter moon today. The moon is in Gemini. Yesterday, I gave you some really good tips about what energies the Gemini moon brings and how you can make the most of your approach to life when the moon is in Gemini. So today, with the moon forming that third quarter moon, what that means is, of course, when you look in the sky, you see the moon half full and the moon fits in the curve of your left hand. If you live in the northern hemisphere, that will be true. And when the moon is half full, what it means is it's 3/4 of the way through the moon cycle. So if we start with the new moon, 1/4 of that cycle is the first quarter moon. 1/2 of that cycle is the full moon. 3/4 of that cycle is the third quarter moon. And then we have the new moon again, which completes the full cycle. So with the third quarter moon, we have a square 90 degrees between the sun and the moon, which is why we see half of the moon illuminated during that part of the moon cycle. And we have the energy of challenge. We have what the third quarter moon brings, and any square in astrology brings, is this energy of challenge, of something that used to work for you not working the way that you expect it to, or it's like having some sort of obstacle show up in your path, or a conflict, a challenge, an obstacle of some sort. And when we're looking at the third quarter moon, we are seeing some sort of obstacle or challenge in how we are integrating information. So integrating information means how we think about things, what we believe, how we talk about it, maybe how we do things, how we how our understanding of how things work forms the basis of our behavior, of our actions, of our routines, our patterns, how we live our lives. And so a third quarter moon, of course, that can mean a lot of different things. And it depends on what sign the moon is in when it forms its third quarter. It also depends on what sign the moon is when that moon cycle began. So this moon cycle began with the Virgo new moon, which is all about details, getting things right, organizing, cleaning, clearing, doing magic at the level of details, and getting things to work properly, right? Making things better, improvement. So if you missed that, you might want to go back to the beginning of this moon cycle, which was the end of August with the Virgo new moon. And I had a great video about the Virgo moon cycle and making magic with the energy. So we're still in that moon cycle. You might want to go back and review that video. But what we have now is this third quarter saying, okay, it's time to integrate what has been learned over the past 3 weeks since we began this moon cycle. And the full moon in Pisces revealed something about what we're learning about how to get things right, where things need to be noticed or improved upon, how we can make things better, how we can attend to the details in our lives, cleaning and clearing, clutter, debris, what doesn't serve us, and clearing to be able to be more effective in the ways that we move forward. So with this third quarter moon, we are integrating what we've learned about how to improve and how to do magic in our daily lives, what we've learned about who we are and how we move in the world, how we what are the beliefs, the thoughts, and the attitudes that we have as we move through the world, because that's shaping our experience. And so we're integrating some of the things we've learned about who we're being, how we're showing up in the world, how we are approaching the day-to-day stuff that we do, the day-to-day stuff, and the environment we live and work in, and how that supports us. So simple example would be cleaning your desk so that you can work more effectively. And or another one might be getting your filing system organized so that you can find things more quickly. See, these are unglamorous. They don't, maybe you don't think of it as maybe the most important, but when you attend to it, it changes everything. So those are the kinds of things. And one of those things is what kind of thoughts we have, and ways that we think about ourselves. If we have ways that we get hard on ourselves, judgments, criticisms, self-criticisms, that doesn't help us be our best in the world. So tending to our thought hygiene, our ways that we think about ourselves, our ways that we believe in ourselves, our ways that we take care of our bodies would be the same way that we need good nutrition to have healthy bodies. We also need positive thinking and ways of trusting and believing in ourselves to have a healthy attitude and to be effective in the world, to be strong and to shine and radiate our light in the best possible ways. So some thought hygiene, some good nutrition, all of those things. And this third quarter moon is saying, how are you integrating that? How is that going to become part of your routine, your pattern, your unconscious way of being going forward? Is it something about the way you organize your space? Is it something about being aware of the thoughts you have or the way that you talk to yourself? Is it something about your daily routines that can support your wellness, your well-being? Maybe having a simple, small change that can make your diet better, or drink more water, or have more regular exercise, or not having to be perfect. That Virgo perfectionism is not serving the process of becoming more whole. Perfectionism just makes you feel bad, which makes you shut down and go backward. So instead of the perfectionism or feeling like you didn't do enough, ask yourself what you can do. And that's what this third quarter moon is doing. It's just saying, okay, what can you do? What are you going to do? What are the little steps, the small daily things that are going to support you in your daily life, and the beliefs, the thoughts, the attitudes, the clutter that needs to be cleared, that, maybe that annoying squeaky door that once you fix it, it's just like, it's just so much quieter and calmer. And, I didn't even realize how much that was bothering me. So little things like that, fixing the squeaky door, fixing whatever it is in your life that's distracting you, that's gets in the way of you being your very best self and continuing on this process of discovering what that very best self is, because the more you're open, the more you will discover about who you can be. So that is the third quarter moon, doing some integration, thinking and reflecting back on the last 3 weeks about what you've learned, what you've worked on, what you're still working on, what needs your attention, and what is that squeaky door for you, and how can you attend to something that's going to support you in feeling good and continuing to move forward in your own wholeness, your own strength, and your own ability to support your being your best self. All right. Thank you for watching today. I will be back with you tomorrow with some in-depth on how to, be your best self in the world and use astrology to help create a more caring and kind world. The moon's going to be going into Cancer as we get past this third quarter moon. And so we've got some really great content for you tomorrow. And I'll see you then. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think. And if you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe if you haven't already. All right. Thank you. Bye for now.